AI is driving a global data center boom. Throughout the previous episodes, we have explored many aspects of the energy transition. Solar power, wind power, battery energy storage systems, BESS, smart grids, and energy management systems. But this raises an even bigger question. Who will consume the enormous amount of electricity the world is working so hard to generate? The answer is no longer just factories, not just electric vehicles. It is also artificial intelligence, AI. In just a few years, AI has evolved from an experimental technology into the foundation of a global technological race. Every question you ask an AI, every image it generates, every video it processes, every large language model that is trained, behind each of these tasks are tens of thousands of servers running continuously inside data centers. The more capable AI becomes, the greater its computational requirements. And that translates into an unprecedented demand for digital infrastructure. In the past, data centers primarily existed to store data, host websites, and support enterprise applications. AI has fundamentally changed their role. Today, a data center is no longer simply a place to store information. It has become a factory for computing power. High-performance processors, specialized GPUs, and ultra-high-speed networking infrastructure operate around the clock to process millions of requests every second. As a result, both the scale and electricity consumption of data centers are growing faster than ever before. What makes AI unique is that it doesn't simply require more servers. It requires far more powerful servers. Training a modern AI model may involve thousands of GPUs operating simultaneously for weeks or even months. Once deployed, that same model continues processing millions of user requests every day. This means electricity demand doesn't peak during construction. It continues to grow throughout the entire operational life of the data center. That is why many industry experts consider AI to be the single largest driver of electricity demand over the coming decade. But electricity is only part of the equation. A data center cannot tolerate even a few seconds of power interruption. A brief outage can disrupt critical services, affect millions of users, and result in significant financial losses. For this reason, alongside reliable power supply, data center operators invest heavily in battery energy storage, backup power systems, advanced cooling technologies, and real-time operational management platforms. This is precisely why data centers have become one of the energy industry's most important customers. The global AI race is also fueling an unprecedented race to build data centers. Countries are no longer competing solely on natural resources or labor costs. They are increasingly competing on their ability to provide reliable electricity, advanced telecommunications infrastructure, international connectivity, and an investment-friendly environment for digital infrastructure. Nations with stronger digital infrastructure are better positioned to attract technology companies, cloud providers, and digital economy investments. As a result, data centers are no longer viewed simply as technology real estate projects. They've become an integral part of national development strategies. For Vietnam, this trend presents significant opportunities. Digital transformation, AI adoption, cloud computing, and the rapid growth of online services are driving an accelerating demand for data storage and computing capacity. Technology companies, infrastructure investors, and data center operators are actively seeking locations that offer reliable electricity, robust network connectivity, and long-term growth potential. This means data centers will become increasingly intertwined with Vietnam's energy planning, digital infrastructure development, and industrial growth strategy. It is fair to say that AI is transforming the way we use data. But more importantly, AI is reshaping how the world invests in electricity and digital infrastructure. Today's data center is no longer just a building filled with servers. It is where computing power is created. It is the foundation of artificial intelligence. It is the backbone of the digital economy. And it has become one of the fastest-growing sources of electricity demand worldwide. But if data centers have become this important, an even bigger question emerges. Why are more and more countries treating data centers as strategic infrastructure, on par with seaports, airports, and national power grids? What makes these facilities such a critical determinant of competitiveness in the digital economy? And why has the race to build data centers become a competition among nations rather than simply among technology companies? These are the questions we will explore in our next episode. How data centers became strategic national infrastructure.